Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video. It's December 23rd, 2022, and it is late. I'm in Georgia. It's about 11:07. Been trying to make consistent videos and just talk and think about topics I want to talk about. Today I'll just talk about my day. Basically had the day off. I work from home, so the day off is good, but every day is kind of like a day off when you work from home. Work from home is one of the best things that ever happened to me. Not having to trudge into the office, not having to deal with office politics and pretending like you're doing work when you ain't had nothing to do. So today was a day off. The kids have been off since the 21st was the last day of school, and they didn't go. It was only from like 8 o'clock when school starts, and they were getting out like at 11:30. And my husband didn't feel like getting up and helping getting the girls ready, and I didn't feel like getting up. So we did not take the girls to school last day. We'll probably get some flack about it because a little background. My two girls are both special needs, and one of them had developed the habit of just staying up all night. Like, I mean, not going to bed till 6 in the morning. And so, I mean, if she go to sleep at 6 in the morning, I can't wake her up at 7 to get ready for school, to be at school at 8 o'clock or 8:30. We had the same problem in Chicago, but it seems like Georgia is a little bit stricter about it, or the school district is. So I got a nice little letter about 2 months ago telling me that my youngest daughter was at the point where we needed to get a doctor's note for her to come back. So I don't know if that's still going to stand when they go back at after vacation or what. But I'm hoping it doesn't. But I got mad at that because I just kind of think well, first of all, they know the issues that they're having. And then the vice principal or principal called me one day talking about, yeah, if you don't do this, you're going to get the truant officer and have them at your house. Something, I can't even remember if he even said there was something to that effect, but I got something for him. When you have children that are special needs and require special services, there's this thing called an individualized education program. And that the short version of it is IEP. In IEP, you kind of put all the provisions for the children, like if they need, for instance, extra time to go to the bathroom, or this is where all the services are spelled out. Like they may need speech, they may need occupational therapy, they may need all kinds of therapy. And in this IEP, all that is kind of spelled out. So what I'll probably do, since they want to say they want to send a truant officer or whatever they're going to do, I just basically need my pediatrician to kind of give us a note to kind of say, listen, it's been documented that this, patient so-and-so suffers insomnia. Please allow, please excuse. So that's going to be in the record. So I don't need them calling me, saying why the girls didn't come in. And listen, we make the best efforts possible to get the girls ready in the morning to get to school. We've been doing great ever since that phone call. We've been doing good getting them ready. They've been to school like every day except for maybe like one day when they were like genuinely sick. But hey, we send them to school sick now. It's just because of that call. And I don't mean sick where they COVID or endangering anybody else's life. I'm just being kind of silly, but like things that we may ordinarily have been like, oh, just stay home Now I'm like, you go to school, and if they got some problems, then I'll remind them about what they said. So that's just kind of like a side note. I'm just over here kind of musing about the holidays, and how it comes so fast, and all the things you have to do, preparation, family. And I was feeling some kind of way because I've got a total of 4 kids, and one of my oldest, he's in Houston. My 22-year-old daughter is in Chicago, and the 2 youngest with me. So I wanted my 22-year-old to come down for Christmas because she somehow, it always falls that she is alone on holidays. She has the option. Now my mother and my auntie, both my aunts still live in Chicago, and she's welcome to go there, but you know how it is. You're younger, and everybody there is like over 60, and all the questions they ask you, and that's just not like her scene. Don't get me wrong, she loves my mother and my auntie, but it can be a bit much, and she's a lot of times don't want to deal with that. But the other part of it is that when COVID happened in 2020, she was alone. 2021 and 2020 was because everybody was taking precautions, right? So at the time, my husband, myself, and my 2 kids were at the house. My mom and the rest of them were at their house, but maybe they were together. When it first happened, people was just like, "Oh, I gotta be with my family. I can't. There's the COVID. There ain't nothing." But anyway, we adhered to all the precautions. So she was alone Christmas of 2020, and I can't remember what happened Christmas of 2021, because we moved down here. We were down here in Georgia already in 2021, so she wasn't with us, obviously. And I don't know, and I just feel terrible that she won't be with me. Her dad is in Chicago, but he has a whole situation. He's got a girlfriend, I guess, he lives with, and she's got kids, and I never understand why he does not include her or invite her over. I don't know his situation, but I just really wish she wasn't alone on the holidays. And we wanted her to come down, like we had said, come down, what was it, like the 15th and go back the 18th. And we were planning on it, and I kept checking airplane prices, because where we live at, there's a regional airport, and there's not like a major airport. So to fly into the regional airport, say from Chicago, and you drop off at the regional airport, it was like $300 more than if you would go to, say, Jacksonville or Tallahassee. So I was trying to get her to be come and maybe go from Chicago to Tallahassee. Oh no, Jacksonville, because Jacksonville is the international airport. But then I was also thinking, well, by the time we drive down to Jacksonville, the gas, and we're going to rent a car. Our cars aren't the best to be driving like 2 hours. Maybe my husband's car, BMW, could, but anyway, I was just going to try to just pay that extra 200, 300 for her to get to the regional airport, and we pick her up from there or whatever. But so things didn't work out. Things didn't like align right. I was waiting on the money to be just right. In the meantime, she had applied for jobs, and we were deciding if she got called for a job, she definitely couldn't come down, because who's going to risk a job just to have holidays, a couple of days with your, you got to think long term. So what ended up happening was I kept checking prices, because the reason I wanted her to come down the 15th, because the week of Christmas we know would be outrageous, and we were trying to beat the crowd. And when I first checked the airline prices, they were like $500, and that was a lot. But I was like, well, yeah, okay, we can do it. But then as we got close to like the 15th, the prices were jacked up to like $800. And I'm not paying $800 for something that's could normally be $300 if you go to Jacksonville, or even that $500 for the regional airport here. So, and then on top of that, she started her new job that same week she was supposed to come. So anyway, so what I decided to do, or what I want to do, is like we just kind of like FaceTime for like an hour. I really don't want her to be alone, but I don't know what to do. She does have, like I said, she does have the option of hanging out with my mom and my aunt on Christmas, but I don't think she's gonna do that. She stays on the other side of town to where they're meeting at, and like I said, I just don't think she wants to. But I'm kind of sad about that. I really am, because I haven't seen her in about a year. I wanted to see her. I don't want her to be alone. So it's making me kind of sad. But the show must go on, whatever that means, whatever that is, whatever show is happening here. So yeah, it's a lot. Still have to wrap Christmas presents. We are gonna cook on Christmas. We're so unconventional over here. We are so unconventional. We're not set up like regular families. We're like, we fly by the seat of our pants. That's me and my husband. Like, I think he's worse than me, but me for sure, like, hey, I think I want to have this that day. Let's go out and get it. Or it's just, I just feel like I am just like so not traditional. I am so not traditional. I am so like, sometimes I think my mindset is still in college. I do. Like, I've gotten this yearning in the past 4 or 5 years of wanting to travel. I want to go to like the ends of the earth and back. I want to go to like Iceland, Africa. I want to go to Europe. I want to do a week in Europe. My husband's from the West Midlands. He's a black Brit. His father migrated to the UK from Jamaica back in the 40s or 50s, I think. So he's from there, but him being from there, he still, I think I know more about Europe than he does. So we wanted to do that. We wanted to like take a week to just like go on vacation somewhere. We have not vacationed since we have been married or been together. We have not gone anywhere. We never had a honeymoon. It's like always the budgets were always so tight, or like I touched on in my previous video, my late bloomer video, is that I don't know why I didn't think about these things before I had two younger kids. With the two that are older now, it could have been totally possible. But I think I was always like house poor, or just never thought to do it. But now I'm just like, I want to go to Europe. I want to go to see the Grand Canyon. And most people say, well, take the kids with you. It's no. There's some things with the kids and how that would work out that I'll touch on in another video. But it would be more of a taking the kids to another place to babysit than it would actually be like a family vacation. I think we could probably do domestically by car, but plane, maybe one of them but not both of them. And then there's the thing about we don't have family to watch the kids, so it's all these things, and I'm 50 years old and I want to do all this traveling. I want to do all the things that I feel like I missed in my 20s and 30s and 40s, although I have been to Europe twice. First time I went to out overseas, it was London and it was England and France. And believe it or not, that was in 2003. My husband at the time did not want to go with me, and I had already decided to go. So anyway, the trip ended up being me and my 7-year-old son. Never been out of the country before in my life. I've never traveled domestically extensively ever. But I decided that I wanted to go to Europe, and me and my 7-year-old were going to do it. And we did. It's a good trip. It was an experience. It was a good trip. We kind of ran out of money at the end and kind of did sort of not a begging on the street, but we had to ask somebody for like train fare. I don't know what I was thinking. Then we went to Paris, and then I went again in 2005. I went with a friend of mine I worked with. We went to England and France, and of course I enjoyed it so much more with an adult partner. So, but this video was supposed to be about Christmas and our preparations, but I'm just talking about anything. I'm just talking about stuff that's on my mind. But, with that being said, what else is going on? My husband, he tried to go out today and get me a gift. And I told him exactly what I wanted. He's like, "Ooh, the store's so crowded. Oh, I can't get out this parking lot. Oh, they don't have it." He calling me, asking me about the Christmas presents. I'm just like, that's what you get for trying on the 23rd of December, trying to finally decide to go out and try to get me what I wanted. But he says he's trying to go out tomorrow morning, Christmas Eve, and get it. I'm done shopping. I did my shopping about 3 weeks ago online for the kids, for him. I did do Target about a week ago. No, it wasn't even a week ago. All I did was order online, and he did the pickup, and we got it. So yeah, but so that was just my kind of late night musings. Oh, and it's cold here in Georgia. It's about 18 degrees. I'm not fazed by it. Chicago is probably negative 18 degrees, and I've lived through it. I've lived through the blizzard of 79 and 2000 and 10. So 18 degrees is a holiday for us. But yeah, so that is about it. And happy holidays. No, Merry Christmas. And you guys have a nice holiday, and I'll check back in soon. Bye.